Before watching the video, don't forget to subscribe the channel and enable bell notification to never miss an update from us.
Hello everyone, this is Jyotsna Tiwari and welcome to Entry. So guys, today we will discuss all about daily current affairs session. As you know all, okay. So as you all know that current affair is the most important topic for every exam. If I'm talk about bank exam, so there are very important topic for your bank exam, because you all know that there are 40 to 50 marks. 40 to 50 marks is covered by GA section, okay. And if you really want to qualify the GA section, if you really want to gain the more marks in more score in your GA section, then you will have to crack the GA section. So for that you will have to learn the current affairs on daily basis. You all know very well guys that current affair is very important topic, because you all know that current affair is only covered the, just give me 1 minute, let me change my pen color, then we will start again. Just give me 1 minute guys. Okay, so guys, as you can see that current affair take 20 to 25 marks only in the GA section. Okay, if we talk about GA section, so there are three section which is included in GA section. The first one is current affairs, second one is banking awareness, and the third one is your static GK. Okay, the third one is your static GK. Okay, you all know very well about it. So current affairs session is only covered the 20 to 25 marks in the GA section. Okay, so if you will learn the current affairs on daily basis, then you no need to worry about GA section. Okay, and once you will got the 35 plus marks in GA section, okay, once you will got the 35 plus marks in GA section, that means you can easily qualify the whole bank mains exam. Okay, so let's have a look about today's session, and let's discuss all these news which is important for your exam point of view. Okay, so first one news in showing on your screen, you can see on your screen. The first one news is Indian Railways is to operate the first parcel special train for the Bangladesh under Ahmedabad division. You can see that Indian Railways, we are talk about Indian Railway. Okay, so here is the Indian Railways is to operate. What operate? So first parcel special train, operate the first parcel special train for the Bangladesh under the Ahmedabad division. Okay, so for the Bangladesh and under the Ahmedabad division. Okay, for which country? So for Bangladesh. Okay, so what is the highlight of this particular news, and what is the key points about this news? So let's have a look and read which topics is important for your exam point of view. Okay, so first one is this train has to travel 2110, that means 2110 kilometer, to reach Benapole in Bangladesh. Actually, Benapole is a place which is located in Bangladesh. Okay, so this train has to travel 2110 kilometer to reach Benapole in Bangladesh. Benapole is a mainly city which is located in Bangladesh. Okay, the next one is Western Railways first sent goods trains to Bangladesh with onion field wagons. Okay, so this train, actually this is a Western train first sent goods. So from this train, by this train, firstly sent the goods for the Bangladesh, and this train is this train will use only for the sent the goods, not the human. Okay, so here you can see that first sent goods trains to Bangladesh with onion fields wagons. Okay, I hope you will understand. The second point is, which is important for your exam point of view, is the Western Railway Zone has achieved a record by sending a parcel train from Gujarat to Bangladesh. Okay, so the Western Railway Zone has achieved what achieved? So they achieved the record, a proper record, by sending a parcel train from Gujarat to Bangladesh. Okay, the train has to carry denim fabric, colors and shades. So which type of item will carry by this train? So the denim fabric, colors and shades, this type of the items which is carried by this train. Okay, It generates an income of rupees 31 lakh. Okay, so it generates, this is very important topic for your exam point of view, that please remember the data, that income of rupees what, 31 lakh. So the generate, this train is will generate the income of rupees 31 lakh. Okay, I hope you will got it. Okay, now listen to me very carefully, that we will discuss that how many type of question will rise in your exam. So first one is, which type of question will rise in your exam. So first one is that Railways has recently operated the first parcel special train in which two countries. Then your answer will be from Ahmedabad to Bangladesh. Second question which will rise in your exam, that Indian Railway is to operate the first parcel special train for Bangladesh under the Ahmedabad division, covered how many kilometers? Okay, travel. Then your answer will be 2110 kilometer. Okay. Third question, which in Bangladesh, which state? Then your answer will be Benapole. This is a city of Bangladesh. This is a state of Bangladesh. Western Railway first sent goods to Bangladesh. Okay, with the filled wagons. Okay. Second one is which is important for your exam, that is the income. Income generated by this train is 31 lakh. Please remember this point. Second point is that which type of items carried by this train. So that is denim fabric, colors and shades type of item carried by this particular train. Okay, I hope you will understand. So who is the Prime Minister of Bangladesh? So she is Sheikh Hasina. Capital is Dhaka and the currency is Taka. These are the important topic also for your exam. The first one is uh, Prime Minister of, so Prime Minister is Sheikh Hasina, capital is Dhaka and the currency is Taka. Next news which is shown on your screen is, the next news is on 9th August 2020, the former president of Sri Lanka, Mr. Mahinda Rajapaksa, was sworn in as the new prime minister. Okay. So here you can see that Mahindra on 9th August 2020, please remember this date, that on 9th August 2020, the former president of Sri Lanka, actually he is the former president of Sri Lanka, Mr. Mahinda Rajapaksa, was sworn in the new prime minister. Means he was the former prime minister of Sri Lanka and now he take a oath as prime minister of Sri Lanka. Okay. Okay. Former is president, now is prime minister. Please remember the difference of between two things. Okay. So let's read about Mahinda Rajapaksa, that who is Mahinda Rajapaksa and which type of role played in the Sri Lanka's political journey. Okay. So you can see that we are discussing about Mahinda Rajapaksa. So Rajapaksa has completed 50 years of politics in July 2020. So we are talk about recently that in the July 2020 or till the July 2020 he completed his 50 years of politics. Okay. He was elected as a member of parliament at the age of 20. When he was the 24th year, he was elected as the member of the parliament of Sri Lanka. Okay. Then since then, he has been elected as the president of Sri Lanka. Okay. So since then, he has been elected the president of Sri Lanka twice. Please remember this line. That's elected as the president of Sri Lanka twice and the appointed as the prime minister of 3 times. That means he is selected as he was working as a prime president twice and appointed as the prime minister at 3. That means 3 times. Okay. Let's see about India and Sri Lanka. So the relationship between the India and Sri Lanka dates back over 2500 years. India has given significant importance to the island nation under the neighborhood first policy. So if we talk about India's and Sri Lanka's relation and all, so here you can see that relations between India and Sri Lanka. We have talked about India and Sri Lanka's relation. So the relation between India and Sri Lanka dates back over 2500. From the year of 2500, India has given significant importance to the island nation under the neighborhood first policy. I hope you will understand. So here, which type of question will rise in your exam? So please remember. Okay, so here, just give me 1 minute. Okay, so here is the first question which will rise in your exam, that who is the Mahindra Rajapaksa? Then your answer will be that Mahindra Rajapaksa is the prime minister, current prime minister of Sri Lanka. Second question which will rise in your exam, that that Mahindra Rajapaksa, who was sworn recently in the new prime minister of Sri Lanka, work former which type of work in the which field for the former presidency in India, sorry, in Sri Lanka? Then your answer will be he was the former president of Sri Lanka. Okay, and I think this is okay, that's enough. Please remember the date 9th August 2020. Okay, and that's the enough for your exam point of view. So let's have a look for the next news of the day. Okay, so next news you can see on your screen is, on 9th August 2020, Defense Minister Rajnath Singh announced that India had banned 101 commodities to boost indigenous production. Okay, so remember, we are talking about which time? So 9th August. Okay, 9th August 2020, Defense Minister. Who is the Defense Minister of India? So Rajnath Singh. Okay, please remember this point. The Defense Minister of India, Rajnath Singh, announced that India had banned 101 commodity. Please remember this, that India had banned the 101 commodities to boost indigenous production. Okay, to boost what? To boost indigenous production. Okay, let's have a look for the particular point of this news. So the list of 101 item, 101. Okay, you can also say 101. So the list of 101 items was prepared by the Ministry of Defense. Okay, so this list is prepared by whom? So prepared by Ministry of Defense. This is being done to make India self-reliant and the self-reliant India campaign. Okay, so what is the basic motive of to bend these particular commodities? So the motive behind bend this particular commodities is India self-relevant under the self-reliant India campaign. Okay, so let's see the highlights about this particular news. So highlight is the first point which is important regarding this particular news and regarding for your exam is the selected 101 items comprise about 260 schemes. He was contracted by Tree Service between 2015 to 2020 at a cost of rupees 3.5 lakh crore. Okay. Apart from this contract, worth rupees 4 lakh crore are be placed at a domestic industries in the next 6 to 7 years. Therefore, it gives a lot of boost of domestic industries. Okay, so you can see that there are the next 6 to 7 years. Therefore, it gives a lot of boost to domestic industry. Okay, so apart from this contract worth rupees 4 lakh crore are to be placed on domestic industries in the next 6 to 7 years. Therefore, it gives a lot of boost to domestic industries. The next one is, of the 101 items, approximately rupees 1,000 30 sorry, 1,30,000 crore is estimated for the army and the Indian Air Force. Okay, the ban on important is to be implemented between 2020 and 2024. The Indian army is to be import 200 armed combat vehicle by December 2021. It is worth rupees 5,000 crore. So guys, which is important for your exam point of view? So only data. This data is very important for your exam point of view. That means you will have to learn the particular data. So and that's enough for your exam point of view. Okay, if we talk about, so there are okay, which type of question will rise in your exam? So first one question which will rise in your exam is that recently defense minister, first question, please listen to me very carefully, that first question which will rise in your exam is defense minister Rajnath Singh announced that India had banned 101 item. Okay, so first question is defense minister Rajnath Singh announced that India had banned how many items to boost indigenous production? Then your answer will be 101 commodities. Okay. Second question. Okay, second question which will rise in your exam is about 4 lakh crore. Okay, which is next and the target for the next 6 to 7 year, which is important for your exam. And the 101 items approximately rupees 1 lakh 30,000 crore. This is also important for your exam point of view. Okay, and the target is 2021 December, and the worth of rupees 5,000 crore. This type of question which will rise in your exam and which is very important for your exam point of view. I hope you will understand this particular news. Let's have a look for the next session. Okay, so next news is the National Statistics Offices has recently released the Investors India 2020 report. So you can see the report was prepared by the Ministry of Statistics. So you can see that National Statistics Office. Okay, NSO. This is the abbreviation of NSO. Okay, so National Statistics Office has recently released the Invest India 2020 report. The report was prepared by the Ministry of Statistics. Please remember this point, which is very important for your exam point of view. The second one is the report was prepared by the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, which functions under the Ministry of National Statistics Office NSO. Okay, so the report was prepared by the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, which functions under the Ministry of National Statistics Offices. Okay, so what is the highlight of this particular news? So here is the some key point which is related from this particular news. The first one is Rajasthan has the highest heat wave after Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand. So Rajasthan has become the highest heat wave after Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand. Okay. Second one is the death due to acute respiratory infection in 2018 were 3,740. It was the highest in 6 years. West Bengal highest number of deaths due to respiratory infection. Okay, West Bengal is the highest number of death due to the respiratory infection. Okay. Second one is tube wells and hand pumps were the primary source of drinking water, and rural India with a share of 53.8%. On the other hand, piped water, public taps, stand pipes were primary sources in urban areas with 65% shares. Okay, so you can see that tube wells and hand pumps were the primary source of drinking water in rural India with a share of 53.8%. On the other hand, piped water, okay, piped water, public taps, stand pipes were primary sources in the urban areas with 65% share. Delhi had the highest number of registered motor vehicle in the country, followed by Bengaluru. The first one is Bengaluru, then Delhi. Andhra Pradesh had the highest slum population after the Chhattisgarh and Madhya Pradesh. That means on top the Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh, and after that Andhra Pradesh is the highest slum population. Okay, I hope you will understand each and every topic in details. Let's move on to the next question, and the last one is of today's session. So next question is the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Board of India recently amendment. The Insolvency and Bankruptcy Board of India regulation. This is the second amendment. Okay, please remember this is the second amendment. So about the modification. So the amendment allow corporates individual to replace the liquidator with another liquidator for insolvency and professional to initiate the voluntary liquidation process. Okay, the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code. This is very important. Please, actually, this is a IBC. This is the abbreviation of IBC. So please remember this. Okay. So the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code requires an interim professional to provide a choice of 3 insolvency professionals in a public declaration. The creditor select one of them as their authorized representative. The amendment now state that these three professionals should be from the state or union territory. The highest number of creators according to the records of corporate transaction. Okay. The last topic which is important about this news is the amendment now makes it necessary for the committee of creditors to vote for the motion. The resolution plan receiving less than 66% of the vote is considered approved. Okay. So these are the important topic, this particular amendment, and this was the second amendment which is done by insolvency and bankruptcy regulation. So guys, this is today's news. I hope you will understand each and everything in details. Okay. So please comment in this section. Please comment your feedback, comment your advices, whatever you want to comment, please comment in the comment section. And if you want any type of other session, any type of particular banking awareness session, so you can also comment for that particular session. I will conduct it. Okay. So here you can see the screenshot on your screen. The screenshot's motive is to show you that please go to the Play Store. Okay. Go to the Play Store and download Entry app, which is made by Holy India, which is Holy Indian app. Okay. So please go to the Play Store and download the Entry app and register yourself. Once you will register yourself, then you can attend live types of quiz about banking awareness, current affairs, and others. This is the example of that particular quiz. Okay. So you can attend the many types of quiz for your current affair, for check that where are you stand right now in current affairs section. Okay. And also analyze your performance. Also you can analyze your particular performance and all. Okay guys. Also you can visit to YouTube channel, visit to YouTube and type e-banking 2.0, entry banking 2.0, and you will search the channel of our, okay, you can search the our channel. Okay. So guys, please download the Entry app now and give the quiz on daily basis, and check that where are you stand right now for your upcoming mains exam. So please like, comment and share as more as possible guys, with whom you are studying right now, your friends, colleague, relative, whoever you are studying in any group, a Telegram group, WhatsApp group, or any other group. Please share this session in each and every group, and please share with your each friend. Okay guys. And also please like, comment and share this session. Okay. As more as possible, as much as possible. Okay. So thank you so much for cooperate with me. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.